society wants us to conform, right? When we're kids, we are conditioned by our parents to obey them, to do what they say, to tell the truth when they ask for an explanation, right? I'm not saying this is bad. This is very good, right? And then when we get older, you go to school and the teachers tell you, follow the rules and do what we say. And, you have to follow, everyone has to follow the rules. And, the people who always follow the rules get rewarded, and the people who don't follow the rules get punished. And then we get out into the world of employment, and your boss says, be honest with us and give us full and complete information, everything we want to know about you, answer the questions, and, we will reward you for that. And if you don't disclose what we want you to disclose about yourself, we don't like that, and we're going to punish you for that. And so we get this conformist sort of mentality, right? And most people, that's where they find themselves until they get to a point where they get burned, where a teacher or an employer, or I suppose even a parent, they take advantage of your conformity. They say, here's the information we want from you. Just give us this information and all will be well. Or do this thing for us. Those are the rules that I've just made up. You have to now do this thing that I said, right? And then they burn you. They get you. They do something that's completely to their own advantage and to your detriment. And if that's happened to you, or that's happened to you a few times, you learn, okay, just because a seeming authority figure says you now need to do this, or you now need to tell me this, doesn't mean you got to do it. In fact, it's probably a lucky escape if you don't do it. And a lot of people in HR that work for some employers, the bad employers, they take full advantage of this. They tell you, here is our process. You now need to disclose this. You now need to, give us this information. You now need to do this for us, right? And because they appear like a parent or a teacher, or maybe a more benevolent employer that you might have had earlier in your career, you sort of just go along with it. And then they burn you. And that's like we see that in the job interview process when people say, how much salary do you need? How much money did you make in your last position? They're not entitled to any of this. Why did you leave your last position? They're not entitled to that information. There's no law that says they are entitled to it. They have the right to know that. They'll ask you, are you entertaining offers from any other employer? Once again, none of their business. That is not their business. It's like me saying to you, I want to know everything you told your best friend yesterday on this topic. And I expect you to give that to me. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's a private conversation between you and somebody else. It has nothing to do with me, right? How would I be entitled to that? And say, well, if you don't give me that information, I'm going to fire you. Like it's just stupid. What they're doing is they're saying, I need to know what your dealings have been with any other employer and your previous employers, or I'm not going to hire you. It's just like and a lot of people just go along with this because they don't recognize it for what it is. These people, they're preying on the fact that you're an honest, conforming, trusting person, and they're taking full advantage of those good qualities. It just annoys me. A lot of young people get burned on this. Anyway, there's another rant. Sorry, I figured this would be the live stream where I'd actually not hold myself in check too much with this stuff.